So if anyone has any questions, anything you want to know, anything extra you want me to cover, anything you feel I missed, please let me know in chat. Let me turn this off so that we can all see chat. Did I miss anything? Were there anything, like any questions you want answered? I did give some advice on party composition, LeBlanc. Let me bring that back up. And if there's anything in specific you want to know, by all means. But here, I'll bring this back up. So, as far as just flat out party composition, I say 1 healer, 1 support 5 character, and 3 people that are just your dedicated damage dealers. Specifically, you want your healer to have an AoE heal if at all possible. You can, if you have either Ramses or Yuffie's AoE heal, you can put this by the wayside and choose a healer for another reason. But in general, you're more likely to have an AoE heal on your healer than on one of your other characters. The other considerations, which are distant second and third for healers, are secondary skill sets that are useful to have, like Dance or Bard or something like that, and then durability. Oh god, yeah. That is an incredible party LeBlanc. Here, let me. Your support for you, LeBlanc, like your 5th character. Yeah, basically what you're looking at here is you want anyone with a good soul break. Honestly, just you can fit almost any physical character into the rest of your party. You've already got a knight to use St. Cross on Inagrius, who also can cover your Spellblade. Oh, there you go. Piercing. Friend Lunas. He can use Combat 4 for Full Charge and Barrage. Full Charge isn't available yet, but it will be in the next couple months. And he can use Spellblades as well. And Piercing Advanced is the highest buff in the game and affects everything. So, definitely. Lunas has Combat 5. He's very good. He's secretly very, very good. Advanced Barrage has been one of the best combos in the game since Piercing came out. Yeah, with those, let me switch back over to the chat. With those characters and soul breaks, I would definitely use Lunas as your 5th character, LeBlanc. Birdball, how did I rank Edgar? Edgar is extremely good. He is, as you say, the only character with both Nightfight and Machinist, which are both excellent skill sets. He has Knight stats, which are great. And he's just a good character all around. He's not the best Knight, but no Knight is terrible, so there you go. LeBlanc's Northplane's Glow is actually really good. It's not really good in a pure physical team, but it's really good in either a mage team or a hybrid team because it provides a small amount of healing. Even 1,000 heal off of Ash is incredibly useful for keeping your team alive. The others I do agree are pretty bad. Transfera and Orphira and Maidenrai are first gen AoE made soul breaks and just aren't up to snuff anymore. Although do note that Ramza can use Mage Swords you ever have a need for him to use ninja spells, if he just makes swords, that's something to consider. That's not something for a mage team or for a physical team really, but just keep that in the back of your thoughts if you ever need him to cast spells in the future. Yeah, Edgar's very good. I pulled his drill on a one of the lucky draws, and I'm happy. He's a very good character, and his drill is actually quite a good soul break as well. Any other questions? Um, Last week, someone suggested I do um, a PowerPoint for presentations, and I do agree. I was going to do one this week, but I'm still trying to learn how to use OpenOffice Impress. It's not like I'm not familiar with the interface, and I didn't have time to do one earlier today, so I kind of had to jury rig a Google Docs version instead. I realize this is not the best presentation, but hopefully it's at least better than last week's was. Yeah, the down Loxley bow is just it only has a 10-second duration, which is very short. It does stick or stack, excuse me, which is good, but it's just not like it doesn't last long enough to really maximize the effect of. I mean, if you didn't have Ramza with Shout, I would probably recommend you use Fran just because you do have a soul break for her, but Ramza with Shout is just way better than she is, and technically you could run Ramza as a DPS character. You could give him like Vanishing Strike and Shadow Steel or something, and run Fran as your support, but I don't see any reason to do that. I think you're better off with Lunas as your fifth character than using Fran as your fifth character. You're just going to do a lot more damage and finish fights a lot faster. Oh god, yeah, Frostbiter, that's exceptional physical mitigation. Vanishing Blade is very good at stacking debuffs, but until we get the 6-star thief ability is unduplicatable. I will probably do a second version of these a few months down the line to cover those like the 6-star abilities and so on that are just too far out to really get consideration right now. All right, so yeah, Substack, the steel part of shift break overwrites out, which sucks. But again, don't forget that like you don't necessarily need the best boostka in the game. In almost any boostka is good enough. Like rallying attitude is not good enough, but any soul break level boostka or boost is probably good enough. If you time it right, you can usually use your shift break and then immediately rebuff Shout and not lose too much damage over it, but not a big deal. It's still worth using Zidane if you have the Super Soul Break and like you don't have other Soul Breaks that you think are better. Yeah, Bosch 1 is incredible. I myself am pulling on Bosch 1. Alright, any suggestions? Maybe other topics you might want to see me cover? Next week is going to be hybrid parties, which is going to be parties with both physical and magical damage. But if anyone has any suggestions on topics they want to see me cover in the future, I am open to suggestions. Lightning Super Silver is actually pretty good. I'm a fan of it, even though there's some bosses you just can't use it on. I really wanted to get Lightning Super Soul Break from Banner 5. I ended up with 3 duplicate Sentinel Grimoires instead. It is occasionally worth running 2 white mages. I have had to do that on a couple occasions. I had to do it for Fragment Dungeon Ifrit, and I had to do it for there was something else I had to do it for. I don't remember what it was though. Maybe Kaiser Dragon, which is not a physical team at all, but it is occasionally worth running 2 white mages. Like if you just can't keep up with the healing, sometimes you just have to run 2 white mages. You can do that in those cases. Probably you want to drop a damage dealer for them because you're probably still going to need support, but it depends on the fight. Alright, well, if no one has any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this Theorycraft Tuesday and sort of Brave New World. I do videos every week on Tuesday for an hour or so. It lasted a little bit more than an hour. Where I just try to talk about, the theory and how to build teams and what to look out for in the future of the game. Again, if anyone has suggestions or things they want to see me discuss and go over in the future, feel free to message me on Twitch or YouTube or on Reddit. I'm happy to take suggestions. I can't come up with all these ideas on my own, so I do appreciate any help, anything that anyone wants to, just any topics people think are worth covering.